Sis, I'm leaving home tonight. I've decided to get married. Huh? Wait a minute, Samantha. What are you suddenly saying? What do you mean? I decided to get married because I want to be with him. I know you wouldn't understand, but it is happening. Samantha, don't think so easily. You've only been dating him for 2 weeks. You don't know him well yet. Mom and Dad are worried about you. That worry is unnecessary. He's a sweet guy. He'll take good care of me. You've never even seen him before, have you? That's not why I'm saying. It takes time to get to know each other. Go out and get to know him more before you make an important decision. I've already made up my mind. I'm going to be happy with him. I don't care what my family says. Samantha, I beg you, don't be hasty. Marriage is a major life decision. I'm fed up with this, you know that? You don't believe in me and you don't support me. That's why I decided to leave. Once you get married, there's no turning back, you know? There's no way I'm going back. I'm starting a new life with him. No one can stop me. Samantha, please, just take a deep breath for a sec. Are you sure you want to do this? I don't want to hear that kind of nonsense. I'm going to live my life. You don't know me one bit. You didn't have to decide so fast. What's so attractive about him? He's a man with a dream, and I want to pursue that dream with him. You can't live on dreams alone. You have to be realistic. Marriage can't be just about dreams, okay? I don't care what you say. I just want to be with him. Are you sure that's what you want? You won't regret it? How can I regret it? I'm getting married with a man who I'm in love with. Well then, see ya. Hey, how are you doing? It's been a while. What? This is your sister, Samantha. I wonder if you're still single and working hard. What is it with you all of a sudden? Don't you think you're being a little rude? Are you and your husband getting along? He only drops me a text once in a while. He says all you want to do is complain about him and his mother. And you haven't come home for 2 years since Dad's funeral. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking of going home this weekend. Even though you didn't come back no matter how many times I told you? What on earth do you want? I didn't go home because it was such a hassle to go home. Such a hassle? I see. So, what? What made you decide to come home this time? Oh, I'm not just coming home. Huh? I'm going to live there from now on. What do you mean? Well, I divorced my husband. What? Divorced? What happened in the last 2 years? After 2 years, it's no surprise that many things have happened, right? Yes, but... So you're saying you're leaving your husband? Hey, don't talk like that. But that's the way it is. Samantha, what the hell did you do? What? Are you assuming that I did something wrong? You're always doing something wrong. I can only assume that you had a problem. If anything happens, you always assume it's me who did something wrong, and I'm sick of it. Oh, really? So this time it's different? It's... What? My husband found out I had a boyfriend, and we got divorced. What? No wonder you got divorced. How long are you going to live your self-centered life? It's over now, so why don't you just let it go? Anyway, I'm going to ask you something important. What did you do about the alimony? Huh? Of course he charged you, didn't he? Because of your affair. Oh, I was told that alimony would be paid with division of property. So it's not like you owe him a debt? Why are you asking me that? Because I don't want you to come back with a lot of debt. You'll definitely come crying to me for help paying off the debt, won't you? I'm definitely not going to help you with the money. Don't worry. I'm not going to ask you for money. I won't do that. Anyway, are you sure you don't owe him any money? Yes, I'm sure. Don't expect me to help you out if you lied to me about this. Okay. Okay, have you talked to Mom yet? Not yet. Well, you better tell her the truth before you come back here. Also, there's no room for you when you get back. What? What do you mean there's no room for me? I have a room, but it's full of stuff. And the other rooms are full of stuff as well. Most of it is stuff you left here when you got married. So, I have to clean my stuff up, fine. Also, my husband lives here too. Oh, does he? Please don't do anything to bother my husband. Okay. Hey, I have a question. What is it? I don't know your husband very well. What does he do? Samantha, did you not listen to me again? How many times have I told you? Did you tell me about him? I can't really remember. My husband is a web designer. Before we got married, he studied design all over the world. He's unique and has great designing skills. He's freelance now, so he works from home. Oh, I knew it. Huh? He is just playing all day. What are you talking about? Pretending to work and playing computer games, right? No, he's not. My husband is working diligently. Well, anyway, I want to ask you guys to leave the house. What are you talking about all of a sudden? Actually, I'm about to get married to my boyfriend. Boyfriend? You mean the one you cheated on your ex-husband? I thought you broke up with him. Of course not. It doesn't matter. We're both single now. So you guys are getting married and you want us to leave? What does you getting married got to do with us? He said he can't go back to his parents' house anymore. So he decided to stay with us when we get married. I don't understand. It's pretty simple. If you leave, everything will be fine. No, in that case, why don't you leave? Why? Mom and I don't have good feelings about you cheating and getting divorced. And we don't really want to live with someone who would cheat on their partner, you know? What are you talking about? He's a very nice guy. I've heard that before. Then what's the problem? You can get married if you want, but living together is another matter, and I don't want to get involved in it. And since you've been back here for 2 months, you don't seem to be working, just hanging around at home. And when you do go out sometimes, you just beg Mom for pocket money and play. It's not good for Mom to give you allowance because of your persistence, but it's not good for you either. But if you want to continue to live your life with Mom's money, who lives on a pension, then you need to leave. Are you talking about me? Of course I am. It's the same for you and your husband too, isn't it? Huh? You guys started living in this house right after Dad's funeral. That means you were counting on Dad's inheritance and Mom's pension. You guys are living comfortably. Huh? What are you talking about? For the past 2 years, you have been enjoying yourself and having a good time. So now it's my turn. Are you out of your mind? We started living together because we were worried about Mom being left alone. We even cover our own living expenses. Besides, Dad was just an ordinary business person. Do you think he had a huge fortune to live on? You took advantage of the fact that I was away from home and didn't know what was going on. I'm sure Mom and you took my share of the inheritance as well. We went through the proper legal process with a lawyer for the inheritance, so there's absolutely no way that could be true. That's an absolute lie. Don't mock me. I know that much. The fact that you're living happily right now is clear proof of that. I can't talk to you like this. We're making a good living out of our income. Anyway, my boyfriend and I are going to live there, and you are going to move out. I'm sure you'll only be able to move into a shitty house anyway. But you've had a good time so far, so you can't really blame us. My boyfriend and I have taken over the house, so get out. We don't need someone like you in the house. Oh my goodness. Samantha, we've decided to leave, just like you wanted. That's great, sister. You're a fast learner. That's a big help. Your boyfriend is coming here on the same date as planned, right? That's right. We're going on our honeymoon for 5 days from the day he arrives, so I hope you're gone by then. Okay. I'm leaving home now. Great! I'll be enjoying the resort with my boyfriend, now husband. The hotel spa is awesome. Sounds like fun. Okay. Bye. We're leaving now. Don't come back. From now on, my husband and I are going to live happily on Dad's inheritance. What the hell is this? Answer me. What is it? I can't get into the house. And there's a sign on the front door that says, "Tenants wanted." It's you, isn't it? What's going on? Oh, about that? That house will be a rental from now on. What? A rental? Why? Because we're moving out and they're looking for new tenants. I don't know what you're talking about. When I was in elementary school, Dad said he bought the house. This house is our house, right? Well, it's a little different. It wasn't Dad who bought it. It was Grandpa, Mom's father, who bought the house. Huh? Grandpa? What do you mean? You know, Grandpa is a real estate agent. He bought this house as a wedding gift for Mom and Dad. What? That's the first I've heard of that. At first, there was talk of putting it in Dad's name. But then the company he works for went bankrupt, and he just changed jobs, so he was worried about the income. In the end, they didn't change the name of the house. So the house was and still is in Grandpa's name. Really? No way! Besides, our uncle is supposed to inherit the house eventually. What? I didn't hear that. Wait a minute. If he does that, me, my husband, and Mom won't have a place to live. What are you talking about? Mom moved out with us. Huh? Mom moved with us to a new place. You didn't know that? Are you still trying to enjoy using Dad's inheritance? That's not fair. We're living off the money we earn from our jobs. Your husband just plays with his computer. You know, he does design on the computer and that's his job. I'm sure he's not making much money because he's just doing it as part of his hobby. Is $20,000 a month not enough? $20,000? Stop lying, sis. It's the sum of my income and my husband's income. It varies from month to month, but on average, it's about that much. What does that mean? You and your husband make that much money? I can't believe it. You don't have to believe it, but it's true. We're going to live in a new, spacious, and beautiful house, so don't worry about us. Wait a minute. We'll have no place to live. What are we going to do? That's for you to think about, isn't it? We've already moved out and Mom is with us, so don't worry. That's so irresponsible. You are really sneaky. We are not cheating in any way. We're working and living on our own. Don't depend on other people's money like that. What on earth are you talking about? I'm your family, so I can depend on you a little bit, can't I? That's enough, Samantha. You have to get by on your own without us. You're an adult now. I'm an adult, and I'm going to make it work with him. But we can't start without a place to live. Then you have to find a new place for yourselves. Don't even think about relying on us. It's not like your family's going to take care of everything. But we just got back from our honeymoon. We haven't prepared anything yet. If you just got back from your honeymoon, you're on your own even more. It's your responsibility to start a new life. Don't be so irresponsible. What are we supposed to do when you're gone? I think you have to think and act on your own. That's what we've been doing too. You're really irresponsible, you know that? I'm not going to talk about this anymore. Wait a minute. Sis, help me. We're really at our limit. Please listen to me. What is it now? We can't find a place to live. He can't find a job, and I can only do short-term work. We can't afford the rent, and I don't know what to do. You guys got married without a job? Because I thought I had the house and an inheritance, so I thought money would be no problem. I can't believe it. That's your problem now, isn't it? You'll have to solve it yourselves. I know, but we don't have any money and there's nothing we can do. Please, sis, can you at least lend me some money? Why should I help you? We were kicked out of our house by you, remember? We can't just give you money. So why don't you just let us stay in your house for a little while? He and I will both find jobs soon. Just until then. It's not that easy. Our house is limited, and if we allow such a thing to happen, it will happen again. But he's getting more and more impatient, and if we don't do something, we'll both end up on the street. That's your fault, isn't it? You guys have to do something about it on your own. If you're going to be lost, then be lost. Don't be so cold. We only have you to rely on. Sis, I promise I won't bother you, please. No. Oh my. If we get involved in your problems, it won't end well. So you'll have to take care of it yourselves. I don't know what to do. I don't care. You're gonna have to face reality and face it yourself. I can't. He's already given up. What are we going to do? I don't know. You'll have to take care of yourselves. From now on, I'll do whatever you say, sister. I'll do whatever you say. So please, don't be so naive. Mom and I left home with the intention of getting rid of you. So please don't ever ask me for help again, okay? I'll block you guys after this text. No way, sis? Well, good luck with him. Sis, don't abandon me! After that, his income remained unstable and life was tough for both of them. Samantha continued to work part-time, but it was far from enough to support themselves. He was not able to keep his job either, and they were both mentally devastated. After a while, he began to have affairs. And he left Samantha and moved out. She was left with nothing but debt, and she now spends her days working part-time just to pay it back. I know it sounds harsh, but this is the reality. I hope she can at least pay off her debts. We are living a peaceful life in our new home. My husband and I are balancing work and personal life. My mother is enjoying her new hobbies and fulfilling her life.